Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Reino de las Mascaras, the Kingdom of the Masks. I am your host, as always, Ray Mascaras, and today, you can probably hear it, I am battling between a cold, an absolutely lit show for Timebomb Pro Wrestling last night. My voice is about shot. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to get through this one today, and yeah, so apologies in advance. It's going to be a little bit of a rough go with it, but yeah, today we're gonna kind of buck tradition a little bit, and we're gonna jump right into some new additions because as of last night, I've got some new additions. Anyway, if you follow me here on Twitter, Instagram, you definitely know that a lot of my posts do promote Timebomb Pro Wrestling. And last night was the fulfillment of a long-term goal for me and a chance to see someone I've become accustomed to seeing this year, and I never get tired of seeing them. So we'll just go ahead, we'll just jump right into it. This might be a little bit shorter of an episode, but it's going to be a fun ride. Anyway, so Timebomb Pro Wrestling last night celebrated 5 years with their annual October event, Violence is Forever. And with that, they brought in current Lucha star Arez and an absolute legend, man who needs no introduction, but he's going to get one from me ever so slightly, Ultimo Dragon. So right at the start of the show, I shouldn't say the start of the show, but once the doors were opened and whatnot, Dragon was already at his merch table, which to me said, yep, we're going to go ahead and we're going to check off one of the main objectives that we had, and that was getting us an Ultimo Dragon mask from the man himself. Now, I've got, I do have an Ultimo Dragon mask, but it is not an official one from him. This is one officially from Ultimo Dragon. Absolutely bonkers. It's a semi-pro, but my goodness, this is like one of the top of the line semi-pros I have in my collection. Absolutely beautiful mask. I love the blue and the silver to accentuate a little bit. Here I am bouncing things around. Sorry. But anyway, such a nice individual. He talked with fans. He made sure everybody who came to see him got what they were looking for and got to spend some time with him. Just so cool, very down to earth. So yeah, I had this one right off the get-go. I was not gonna wait until intermission later, whatever it was. I had to go right there, and you can see right here, I even got it signed. So signed official Ultimo Dragon semi-pro mask, and that was huge. That was huge. I knew going in I probably wasn't going to go out the door with the ring worn one, which is fine. I wanted one from the man himself. So this one, this one's definitely getting some top shelf treatment. Yeah, if you know what I mean. So show starts, and right off the get-go, we get Kevin Koo versus Arez. Strange Style versus Violence is Forever. I love it. And this did not disappoint. Arez came out, and if you've seen Arez, you know that he wears a pretty cool presentation mask. And I think you can all pretty much guess where this is going from here. He did not put it on the post in front of us this time. Typically, last couple times we've seen him, he has put it on the nearby post just by luck. So match was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Check it out on Timebomb's YouTube page when it goes up, because it is definitely worth the watch. And got a chance to talk to him at intermission. We went ahead and we did the thing, and came back at the end of the show, and he had it waiting for me. And I'm not going to hype it up any more than I can here, but that's what I walked out of there with. absolutely amazing black and white. I love the dual color on this. This is like, everything pops because of the dual colors there. Uh, Great piece here in the front. It was just like I took one look at it when he came out of the entranceway, and the wife and I kind of looked at each other. She knew what I was thinking, and it was kind of funny because when intermission came around, she was kind of pushing me in the back, saying, "Hey, let's go get the mask. Let's go get RS's mask." And I, sorry, I am really battling today, but looked around and it wasn't on the table, and we made some small talk and a nice conversation about things, and he mentioned the two that he had on the table, and he said, "Oh, and I have the one from tonight." I said, "I would love the one from tonight." And he didn't have it on him, so he said, "Let's at the end of the show." I said, no problem." So get up there, and it's waiting for me, and he pulls it out, and he says, "Would you like it signed?" So of course I want it signed. I would love to have it signed. But there's the back of it. I love the Strange Style logo on the back. There's the signature. He signed it on both the black and the silver, which is just so cool. So I've got it in a couple of different tones. So yeah, this was definitely one of my goals was to see the presentation mask again. If you remember, I'll duck out of the way here. My chair's in the way. I'll have to pull it out here. Just 1 second. If you remember back at first in January, I did get this beauty as well. So got a pair of RS presentation masks. So these are really cool. This one is from one of my favorite matches, not just this year, but that I've ever seen live. So awesome to have something to commemorate it with. Also signed on the horns there, which is just absolutely cool. So I'll put this back here. And of course, I look back at the shelf. I realize I've got to make space to put the new one next to it. So that'll be kind of fun to do. But it'll also be really neat because that shelf there will have all three masks that I've gotten in person this year from either a ring worn or worn to the ring in RS's case mask. So those are the masks, and we are a mask show. If you do follow my Instagram, though, you do know that I do also collect belts, and last night did fulfill another really cool goal of mine. If you remember from Instagram Live a couple of months ago, I did show off. This is the original Timebomb Pro Heavyweight Championship belt, and acquired it when the company upgraded and got their new belt. Owner asked if I was interested in it. I said, yeah, sure, I'll give it a great home. Something he did mention when we made the transaction was he was going to have Dominic Guarini sign it for me, which I thought was really cool. I've never done a signed belt before, and it totally kind of spaced my mind. And then Dom saw it, and he got really excited because he was out in the middle of the ring. I said, "Hey, Dom, I think I got something that belongs to you." And he kind of looked at me, and I kind of flashed the belt. He goes, "Oh, yeah, oh, yeah." And out in the lobby, and he was looking at it. He goes, "Have I signed that yet? I need to sign that." I was like, "Yeah, sure." So that, that was cool. I was a little nervous to ask if he would sign it, but it's really cool to have his signature. He held this belt for somewhere north of 500 days. I don't have the exact figure in front of me, but it was a very lengthy title reign. He made some defenses of it. I think it'd be really cool if over time I would get the signatures of the guys that he beat for it, but that's going to be tricky because a few of them haven't been back yet. So kind of a pipe dream, but it's a signed belt. That's actually really, really cool. This is the first signed belt I've ever gotten in person, but also overall for signed belts. And then to have it be a belt that was worn actually ring used. Is really really neat. So yeah, safe to say I had a pretty good evening last night. Now to get some sleep. I was we got home and we napped a little bit, and then I had to head over to unload the ring. So I'm definitely dragging. It's going to be an interesting day. So thank you all for hanging with me in what was as far as speaking, probably one of my more difficult episodes. You can kind of hear me clear my throat a lot. I am so sorry. Next week will be so much better in that aspect. So thank you all for joining. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what let me know what you like, what you don't like. If there's something you don't like, I can't fix it if I don't know you don't like it, folks. So there you have it. 2-for-1 special at Timebomb Pro Wrestling last night. Check the show out when it hits YouTube. Beyond everything, you're gonna hear Mr. Darren Corbin on there giving me the business, if you know what I mean. The whole crowd was rolling in laughter and I was speechless. So check it out when it's online. Thank you all, as always, for joining and for all the support. We'll catch you next week. As always, live, laugh, love, and lucha libre. We'll see you next time.